Hey everybody, welcome back to 3G Kitchen. Today we're going to be cooking creamy chicken and rice soup. And I have to tell you, this is one of my favorite Instant Pot meals altogether, especially with the wild rice. That's really what just takes it over the top for me. So inside the Instant Pot right now, I've got about 2 to 3 tablespoons of olive oil heating up to saute. It's in saute mode, and it's been heating for a couple minutes now. And we should be coming up. Oh, it says hot. It went to hot. All right. We can see it's on hot now. So I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of garlic. Now you can use about 2 cloves of garlic. I'm cheating today. I'm using this minced garlic already. 2 tablespoons is obviously more physically than 2 cloves, but this tends to be a little weaker, so I use a little bit more. So we're going to put this in here with our oil. Stir it around a little bit. So we let that go for just about a minute or so. And to this we're going to add half a cup of celery and 1 cup of carrots. We're just going to stir this and let it cook until all that is a little bit softened. Probably about 4 to 5 minutes. Okay, so we've let that go just about 4 minutes or so. So now we're going to add our next ingredient. So this is not lemonade. That would not make for good soup. But so this is 4 cups of chicken broth and 2 cups of water. And for chicken broth, I use the better than Bullion, the chicken flavor. And so, get it in there, mix as much as you can. You can see probably there's a bunch of chunks still floating in here. That's fine. We're going to cook it. That's all going to dissolve. No problem. I'll include a link for this in the description below from Amazon. Sometimes it's okay price on there, sometimes not. Honestly, the best deal I found is these big containers at Costco. If you can find that, if you have a membership, I would definitely suggest you get it from there. So we're going to put 6 cup total liquid in here. And then for our seasonings, we have a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of onion powder, and about a teaspoon of parsley, and about a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, especially on the pepper. Adjust it to how you like it. That's the great thing about cooking. We'll dump that in there. And then the wild rice, we have half a cup, and I have a really hard time finding wild rice around here. So this I actually did buy off Amazon, and this works in this recipe if it's parboiled. And it doesn't say that anywhere on here, but the way you know is from the cooking time. So according to the directions, the cook time is 15 minutes. If it says 45 minutes, which is what normal wild rice cooks for, it's probably not going to work in this recipe, or it can. You're just going to have to adjust your cooking time a little bit. So in goes our half a cup of wild rice, and we're going to give all this a stir here. And then on top of that, we're going to place our frozen chicken breasts. So I have here about 1.5 to 2 pounds, I have here about 1.5 to 2 pounds. Change it how you like, but these are deep frozen. So we're going to nestle those in here. We're going to put our lid on. Make sure we're set to sealing. We have to hit cancel because we're still on saute mode. And we're going to hit manual and adjust it to 8 minutes. We're going to let it go for that 8 minutes and then let it naturally release for 12 minutes. Now, once we get to that 8-minute mark where it's done cooking, we're going to start our roux, our flour and butter mixture on the stove. Okay, so our timer just went off. Our 8-minute cook time has expired, so I'm going to go ahead and start the roux now. So I have here in a medium saucepan a stick of butter, which is half a cup. I cut it up into, about 1 tablespoon cubes just to speed up the melting process. So I'm going to put this burner on medium heat and let this melt through all the way. Once it's melted through, I'm going to put in a half a cup of flour and mix it up. We're going to let it cook a few minutes just to get out some of that raw flour taste. So now our butter's all melted. I'm going to add half a cup of flour, regular white flour. Stir this all together until it's well mixed. And like I said, we'll just let it cook for, I don't know, 2-3 minutes. So that looks like a really good consistency there. All right, so we got this bubbling. I'm going to turn down the heat to low. And I'm going to start pouring in my 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. You could use half and half if you want, but I would definitely recommend one of those two. If you have to, you could use some whole milk, but this is going to give the soup a lot more body. So we're just going to keep stirring it in here, just a little bit at a time. We don't want to make any clumps or anything in here. Whoops, that happens. It's okay. Don't worry about that. All right, we got our full 2 cups in there. We're going to make sure it's all stirred through. And then we're going to set this aside. It should be just about time to pull the chicken. Okay, we just hit 12 minutes. There's still some pressure in here, so we're going to flip it to venting. Let it release the rest of its pressure. We'll know it's done when that pin drops. Then okay, the pin just dropped. I'm going to take the lid off. Being careful of that steam. In case you didn't know, the lid just does sit right here in this handle. I'm not going to put it there because it's going to be in my way this time. But that's one of the coolest tricks of the Instant Pot, I think, that some people don't know about. Now you do if you didn't. So I'm going to pull the chicken out and put it in this bowl. We're going to shred that here in a minute. Set this aside. Now, by the way, these are clean. I washed them. That's the video magic behind it. While it was cooking, I did some dishes. So here's the roux we made. And we're just going to add this to our soup mixture while we whisk. Okay, now we're going to try the shredding the chicken with the hand beater trick. I haven't actually done it with this hand mixer yet, so we'll see. This might be a really great YouTube disaster. Okay, we've got our chicken shredded. That took a few minutes. We're going to add it back to our soup mixture. Mix everything together. And now this is ready to serve up. All right, we're ready to serve it up. I love these spoons that come with the Instant Pot. Perfect for dipping into soup like this. And you know what? I forgot my spoon. So I'm going to go grab that and let this cool down a little bit from thermonuclear temperature. All right, I got my spoon. And let's give this a try. Let me see if I get this right. Copycat Panera bread, cream of chicken, and wild rice soup. That's great. Let me know what you think and how you liked it in the comments. Thanks for joining me today. And as always, have a great day enjoying great food from our great God.